APJ Abdul Kalam was born in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. His illustrious career comprised of being an aerospace scientist, statesman, professor, and writer. Before embarking on his political career, he worked with the Indian Space Research Organization and the Defence Research and Development Organization. He was given the nickname Missile Man of India after spearheading several successful missile launch programs. He also played a significant role in designing the Pokhran second nuclear test program. In 2002, he was elected as the 11th President of India. After his presidential term, he authored several books such as Wings of Fire, Ignited Minds, The Luminous Sparks, Mission India, and Inspiring Thoughts. He was conferred with the Padma Bhushan, the Padma Vibhushan, and the Bharat Ratna. My Childhood is an excerpt from his autobiography, Wings of Fire. It stresses on the importance of peace and tolerance. It also stresses on the value of pursuing one's dreams and aspirations. Here is the summary of the story My Childhood by APJ Abdul Kalam. APJ Abdul Kalam narrates the story of his childhood in first person. Kalam was born in the town of Rameshwaram in Madras, now known as Chennai. Kalam fondly remembers his father, Jainul Abdeen, and mother, Ashiyamma. Through his parents, he inherited the qualities of honesty, self-discipline, and faith in goodness and kindness. Kalam, short with undistinguished looks, lived in his ancestral home, which was built in the 19th century. When he was 8 years old, the Second World War began. India, as a part of the British Empire, was forced to join the war. As a result, there was a curious demand for tamarind seeds. Though Kalam found it strange, he would collect and sell them in the market. Due to war, trains were also forbidden to stop at Rameshwaram. As a result, newspapers had to be thrown out of moving trains in bundles. Kalam was employed by his brother to assist him in catching these newspaper bundles. Kalam, years later, recollects the pride he felt on earning money for the first time. As a young boy, he had 3 close friends: Ramanatha Shastri, Aravindam, and Shiva Prakasan. Though the 3 boys were from orthodox Hindu Brahmin families, all 4 of them were very good friends. Ramanatha's father was a temple priest. Kalam's family would arrange boats for the temple during the Sri Sita Kalyanam ceremony. Kalam grew up listening to stories from the life of the Prophet and the Ramayana, thus reflecting the secular nature of his upbringing. However, this outlook was challenged when a new teacher joined Rameshwaram Elementary School. Kalam usually sat with his friend Ramanatha Shastri. The teacher, shocked to see a Muslim boy sitting next to a Hindu boy, made Kalam sit at the back of the class. Kalam still remembers the tears on Shastri's face as he took his place at the back of the class. Both the boys went home and narrated the incident to their respective parents. The next day, Shastri's father called the teacher. In the presence of the boys, he sternly told the teacher not to spread ideas of communal intolerance and social inequality among children. Then he told the teacher to either apologize or quit. Through this incident, Kalam narrates how adults have the power to influence children either in principles of open-mindedness or communal hatred. Kalam then narrates another incident of communal injustice. His science teacher, Shiva Subramania Iyer, had a modern outlook. He tried his best to mix people from different backgrounds. He was instrumental in building Kalam's early education. One day, he invited Kalam over to his house. His very conservative wife, however, refused to let Kalam enter her kitchen or serve him food. His teacher did not say anything. Instead, he served Kalam his meal. Then he invited Kalam over again. On noticing Kalam's hesitation, Iyer reassured him. He told Kalam that when one decides to change the system, one must face obstacles along the way. The next time Kalam went to Iyer's house, Iyer's wife served him food in her kitchen. The Second World War was now over. India, under the leadership of Gandhiji, was moving towards freedom from the British rule. At this time, Kalam decided to go to Ramanathapuram to pursue his higher education. India's optimism was mirrored in Kalam's optimism for his future. When he told his father agreed. On noticing his mother's hesitation, his father consoled her. He believed that there comes a time when parents must let their children pursue their dreams.
Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to our channel.